this practice is to just get started. When you need a little bit of energy, when you are wanting to lift yourself up, but you don't really want to get all of your stuff out, all of your yoga stuff, and have all of the faff. So we're just going to get started. And to start, I think a really great way to energize is to shake around a little bit. So we're going to take the feet a little wider than your hips, take the arms down by your sides. And usually I do like a little, like a full body shake like this, but how about trying something a little bit different? Because I think mixing things up a little bit can be really powerful, really nourishing for us. So just start to lift the heels and then drop them back down again. So there's this little lift and drop, and you can kind of find a bit of a rhythm with it. Make sure there's a bend in your knees, and let the arms kind of join in with you as well. It's quite nice to close the eyes. And we're just going to begin like this, getting this sense of moving through the body, this shaking up, almost like waking up our cells, our tissues, our muscles, the bones of the body, waking up the mind. And then maybe some deep breaths. So deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're not going to do this for very long. So maybe you stay with this kind of bounce, this kind of movement, this rock. Or maybe make it a little bit more energized. And it's more of a bounce side to side. It could still be almost like a jump. You can have a little jump side to side. You shake through the whole of the arms. Take deep breaths in, slow breaths out. And then connect with this fire inside of you. Maybe put one hand over the diaphragm, the solar plexus, this fiery center that, I don't know about you, but I know for me it needs firing up sometimes. So breathe right into that core, right into your center. Get movement into the shoulders, into the head. We're going to do this for 5 more breaths. So deep breath in, slow breaths out. Nothing that you need for this practice, just yourself. Allow yourself to fully show up just as you are. And then start to make that movement a little bit slower. Maybe that's still shaking, feeling in the hands. And then slow down. Slow right down. Bring your hands in towards your heart, or maybe one hand over the heart space, one hand over to your core. And then hand your thinking mind over to your breathing. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Feel your heart beating, your body moving and breathing. And then come to this affirmation. Find your fire. As simple as that. Breathe into that affirmation. Say it to yourself 3 times. Find your fire. As we take a deep breath in, let's let go and come to the front of our mats. So I am filming this from Fierce Gym, and to be honest, anything could happen. So we'll see what does happen. So come and bend into the knees, take the arms down by the sides. Let's breathe in, spread your fingers, look up towards your thumbs as your palms gently touch, and then with intention, press the palms together, exhale, come into a forward fold, nice soft bend into the knees. We're going to inhale, take the hands onto the shins and find your flat back. Exhale, fold back down over the legs. As you breathe in, just round up through the spine or use your hands and your legs. Listen out for all options. Meet yourself where you are. Use these half sun salutations as you breathe in, lift up, to meet yourself exactly where you are right now. Figure yourself out. Let's fold all the way down. That little bend stays in the knees, stretching through the hamstrings. And then place your hands onto your shins or your thighs, find your flat back. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathing out sends you back down. Roll up through the spine, or maybe this time take the arms out to the side. Lift all the way up. Look up towards the thumbs. Bring the hands just down to the heart space. Take a moment here, that affirmation, find your fire. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, floating all the way down. Taking an inhale into your flat back position, whichever feels right for you. Shoulders are away from the ears and then fold. Come up one last time. Take the arms out to the side, breathing in, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands down to the heart space. So let's straight away take the weight into the left foot and slowly lift the right foot. So find a drishti point, that's that point of focus that doesn't move. I mean, there's 4 of me to focus on. Don't focus on me, focus on yourself. Focus on something in the distance. And then from here, we're going to lift the arms up, so finding that strength. Everything is an option. You could have left your hands where they were. Slowly, we're going to find warrior 3. So finding that strength straight away. Take this right foot to the back of your mat. Keep it lifted as you tip the arms forward. We're moving slowly. Remember, your hands could be in towards your heart. From here, we're going to come into a lunge. Drop the back foot, lift the arms up to the sky. Nice and slow and smooth. Don't be afraid to put a bend into that back knee. Lift the arms up nice and high. Maybe take that foot back a little bit, keep that leg to straighten. Breathe in, breathe out. Amazing. So from here, we're going to take the arms super slowly down towards the ground and step back even slower to our downward facing dog. Have a little pedal through the feet, our first downward dog. Hands can be nice and wide. Pedal, pedal. So not too much upside down, not too much on the ground. So we're going to look towards the hands, bend the knees, take a little jump, even if you just go halfway, and then walk the rest of the way. Find your forward fold, and then your flat back, folding all the way down, and come up with a flatter back or that rounded feeling through the spine. Bring the hands down towards the heart space. Take a moment. Shift the weight into the right foot as you lift the left foot this time. Flexing the foot or pointing the toes, you choose, but make a choice. Keep pressing the palms in towards each other and find that drishti point again, that point of focus, doesn't move. Breathing in, breathing out. Just keep the hands here or lengthen the arms up towards the sky. I like to take my arms quite wide, so imagine you're holding a beach ball, channeling your summer vibes. So from here, ever so slowly finding that warrior 3, as you tip forwards, we take this left leg towards the back of the mat, choosing whether you are pointing the toes or flexing the foot. Really strong in this warrior, I know. Remember, you could have your hands in towards your heart, and then drop the foot down slowly to the ground, finding your high lunge. So yes, the back leg could be straight, but only if you can find yourself on the ball of your foot first. So we bend into the front knee. Otherwise, bend that back knee. That will allow your spine to feel a little longer. Keep reaching and spreading through the hands. From here, we're going to slowly take the hands down. Take a big step back slowly to your downward facing dog. Move around in your downward dog. Spread the hands, pedal through the feet. Keeping things super simple, super strong. This time, we keep looking back towards the toes and bring the hands slowly back towards the feet. Finding that forward fold as you fold down over the legs. Ever so slowly walk the hands back out. Coming into that downward dog. So from here, we're going to inhale the left leg up towards the sky. So the left leg goes up, 3-legged dog. Keep a little bend into the elbows. Bring the knee into the chest. We're going straight back up again. So rounding through the spine and then breathing in, lifting the leg. Do that one more time. So exhale, bring the knee in. And inhale, send the leg back. Remember, you could do all of this with the knee down on the floor. This time we're going to bring the knee in, step the foot between the hands. Option, drop the back knee. Otherwise, strongly lift up to your high lunge. And what is going on with this top today? It's not meeting my trousers. Reach the arms up. So we're back in this high lunge. Now from here, as if there was a hinge that you could tip forwards from your hips, we're going to find our arrow lunge. So tipping forwards, bending into that front knee. The challenge is to keep the ears and the arms in line. Breathe in, breathe out. strong. So you can bring your hands in towards your heart or keep them extended, hop the back foot in. Step back into that warrior three, choosing a point of the toe or a flex of the foot. Bring the hands into the heart. Oh my gosh, that feels much nicer. A little half moon here. So drop the left hand down, keep the right hand in towards your heart. Your left hand could be on a brick. Reach this arm up towards the sky. All options that you don't have to do. A standing splits from here. So this top hand, come and drop it down onto the floor. Keep extending through that back foot, lifting up, maybe point the toe, flex the foot. And then from here we're going to come into a chair pose. So drop the foot down onto the floor. Sweep the arms up, find your chair. So I'm working on sweating a little bit every day. So I hope you are joining me in your sweating in yoga right now. So option is hands into the heart, otherwise stay here. Another option is lifting up through the heels. Finding our hummingbird pose, so there's the balance, and you might choose to sweep your arms back behind you, your drishti, your gaze will shift. Breathe, strong, lift the arms, plant the feet, and find your forward fold. Oh my goodness, a little pedal through the feet might feel really nice. From here, let's come up with a flat back, lift all the way up towards the sky. We're going straight back down, hands ground. Amazing, find the floor, step all the way back, plank position. So option plank, option 2 a half plank, option 3 is all fours. Choose your position, a little bend in the elbows. So from here, we're going to come up to downward dog. Hover your knees off of the floor. Start to send your hips back as you look back towards your knees and lift the hips. Strong to come up into downward dog. Let's inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Now I say sky, but maybe just stop so that you can feel strong. You can feel that your hips are steady rather than lifted. You won't go up as high. If you put a little bend in your supporting leg, your chest will go back. Bring the knee into the chest, round the spine, three-legged plank, and then breathe the leg back up again. Let's do that 2 more times. Not gonna lie, it's hard to talk and do at the same time. Breathing out brings the knee in. Last one. Remember, you could do these from your knee. Should tell you that first. Bring the knee in, step the foot between the hands. So we're thinking about a high lunge. So onto the ball of the back foot, a little bend in the knees, cool. Lift the arms. So it's strong, right? We're trying to have that feeling of ears, biceps in line. I like to bend this back knee. That allows me to be a little bit taller through the spine. So we're about to go into warrior 3. So kind of gather up that core strength. Choose whether you have your hands into the heart or lifted. Hop the back foot in. Step on the front foot. Woo. And it's like you're flying into your warrior 3. Now it's really strong. So know that we've only got a couple more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Thinking now about our half moon. So bring the hands to the heart. Woo. Keep the left hand in towards the heart space. Right hand down. Finding this half moon, your hand could be on a brick, your toes could be tapped down, they could be lifted a little, you could fall out, you can come back in. You find your half moon, maybe with the left arm lifted. Standing splits or forward fold, right? So top hand drops down as you lift that right leg, that left leg higher. There is always an option in your standing splits to take one of your hands behind your calf. There is the option to do both. I will fall over, so I'm just going to stay with one. Drop the hand back down, drop the foot. Let's find our chair pose. Oh my goodness. Chair pose. So your hands can be parallel to the floor, your hands can be lifted, we could sit down. And you can either stay here or lift the heels. Ooh, lift the heels, so you'll see from the front, that lift of the heels causes a wobble, right? So we drop down because we're here anyway. We've switched this video on. Let's stay here. Sweep the arms back if you would like to. Your drishti point is going to shift. Ooh. Drop the heels and then come and fold down over the legs. strong. Amazing. Inhale to your flat back, just flatten out the back. Balancing is really hard when we're tired. So doing an entire balancing sequence right from the first moment, I think it's a winner. Plant the hands, step back to your plank. Remember those other top options. Half plank, all fours. Put a little bend in the elbows. So remember that strong way of coming up to downward dog. Hover the knees, hips go back, lift up downward facing dog. So from here we're going to drop down to the knees. And we're going to drop the elbows down onto the floor. Nice. So drop the elbows down onto the floor. Just get this feeling here of grounding through the hands. So you're welcome to stay here. This is already strong. Shoulders in line with elbows. Or if you would like to, you could start to lift the hips. Walk the toes in. You're finding yourself in dolphin. Now you can walk as close as you want to. And then walk the feet back out. Drop the knees. Take a little moment in child's pose. So maybe just stay in child's pose, but have a little look at me or come up into kneeling, because we're going to come into something called turbo dog. So we're going to strongly come up into downward dog. The elbows are going to play a really key point. So a little bend in the elbows, hover the knees and lift the hips. So from here, we don't need our downward dog too long. Put a little bend in the knees. First thing we do, we bend the elbows out to the side. So out to the side. And then with the elbows bent, we kind of wrap the shoulders, point the elbows to the back of the mat. And then straighten the arms. Whew, and then push back a little bit. So elbows bend out to the side. Squeeze the elbows in towards, so they are facing the back of the mat. And then straighten. I'll do one more facing this way. And then we're going to do 3 together. So from here, we bend the elbows out to the side. Wrap the shoulders, the elbows point to your toes, you're looking back, and then we straighten the arms. Another option after that is we're going to have a go at dropping the elbows down both at the same time to find our dolphin. Oh my gosh. And then we chill out. So I'm going to do it with you, right? Okay. So, not rushing to get up into downward dog. Hands are grounded, little bend in the elbows, hover the knees. This is already strong. Lift up to downward dog. Okay. So from here, bend the elbows out to the side. So your head gets lower to the mat. Wrap the shoulders round the back. Elbows point to your toes, you're looking at your toes. Straighten the arms. 2 more times. Elbows out to the side. Then turn. Elbows towards the back of the mat. Straighten the arms. Oh my gosh, 1 more. Elbows out. Wrap them. Straighten the arms before we get too tired and overthink it. See if we can drop the elbows down towards the ground. Both at the same time. That will come. Do 1 at a time, that's all right. Or drop the knees. And then walk the feet in. We find our dolphin pose. From here, if you would like to, you could lift one leg, point the toes, and then lift the other. Drop the toes, walk back, drop the knees, find child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose as we prepare for one last little burst before you get to move on with the rest of your day. So let's come up. All fours, tuck the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Amazing. Whew, I need you to catch my breath. So we're going to inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Super slow. 3-legged dog. You don't have to do the 3-legged dog bit. And remember, actually from here, you could be down on your knees, leg goes back. From here, let's bring the knee in. Step the foot between the hands. Stay up onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, lift the arms. We're in our high lunge. Amazing. So this high lunge position, feel it, feel strong. Option, Anjali Mudra, otherwise arms here. Hop the back foot in. Step onto that front foot and come into your warrior 3. Ooh. Little more challenging this time. Right hand to the heart. Left hand to the floor or to a brick for your half moon. Lift the arm or keep the hand onto your waist. Standing splits, drop the right hand. Keep that leg lifted. There's a little bit of strength coming. Option would be to wrap your left arm around the back of the calf. You can do both. And from here, bend into this supporting leg. We're coming all the way up to standing, right knee out in front. So hands coming towards the heart. Bring that right knee up in front of you. Oh my goodness. Breathe. Drop the foot. Find your chair. Lift your heels. Arms in line with your biceps. Amazing. Drop the heels, stand up nice and tall, keep the arms lifted. You will love this. Okay. Take the weight into the right foot. The left knee lifts. Last thing on this side, take a big step to the back of your mat. Find your high lunge. And then one more chance to tip forwards into your arrow lunge. You let it go after this. Breathe, strong. Hands come down, frame the front foot. Step back, downward dog. In between your downward dog, your option is to stay in downward dog or drop to child's pose, or 3 turbo dogs. Elbows out to the side. Wrap the shoulders, point the elbows back, look at the toes, straighten the arms. 2 more. Keep breathing. Yes. Drop both arms down. Find your dolphin. Take one foot, extend it up to the sky. Keep pressing down through the forearms as you lift the other one. Drop the foot. Either drop to the knees to lift the elbows, or one at a time, because I couldn't do both then. Sometimes both elbows lift at the same time. Woo. So we're back in our downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. We've got this. Bring the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands. Come and find your high lunge. Yeah, thinking about a little bit of sweat each day. Whew. Keep the arms lifted if you want to, otherwise hands into the heart. Hop the back foot in slightly, and then stand on that front leg, tipping forwards. Finding and feeling. You're in your warrior 3. From here, half moon, left hand to heart, right hand to the ground or a brick. Remember, this back leg could be a lot lower. Lift the arm if that feels all right. Wobbling is good. Ankle strength needed. Standing splits, left hand down, lift that left foot. Maybe wrap the arm around the back of the calf. We're going to come up to bring that left knee in front of us. So bend the supporting leg, hands into the heart, lift the knee. We have got this. We do. Whew. Drop the foot. Find your chair. Lift the heels as an option. Just for a moment. This time sweep the arms back behind you. Lift the arms back up. Hop the foot down. Amazing. Lift that knee. One more time. Left knee lifts. We're taking a big step to the back of the mat. Last thing. Find your arrow lunge. Strong through this front thigh. We want to strengthen our quads. We want to find our fire. Hands come down either side of that front foot. Step back, downward dog. Stay in downward dog, drop to child's pose. Or 3 turbo dogs. Build strength in our upper body using your own weight. Elbows out. Then wrap the arms and look back towards the knees. Straighten. Take the elbows out. Wrap them. Look back. Straighten. One more. Elbows go out and around. Straighten the arms. And then one more thing we're going to do. We're going to try and get our hands back towards our toes. Might take a few jumps. So put a little bend in the knees. Bend the elbows out to the side slightly. And then jump the arms back. you want to have another little play at that, take the hands forwards again. So as if you were about to do a turbo dog, bend the knees, take the elbows out to the side, press down, and then jump back. Maybe it takes 3, 7, 20 goes. Maybe one day we float. Find your fold. And from here we're going to roll all the way back up to standing. Roll through the shoulders. Bring your hands in towards your heart. And then place one hand over your heart space, one hand over your center, your fire, your core, and breathe. Keep checking in with the body. Feeling strong. That reminder to find your fire. Say that to yourself, not just in your practice, but in your everyday life. Find your fire. It's right there. And that fire doesn't need to be energetic all the time, bouncy, jumping around. That fire can be quiet and content and strong. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Maybe shake out the arms, shake out the legs, the head. And with a quiet, strong contentment, move into the rest of your day. You are so strong. Have another go at the video another time. Sending all the love.